I do a little transition into it and then we play it.
Christmas time is coming. Skating? Yeah,
Get
perfect.
the boat.
And do those nice. Save some for when we're going to really need it.
It's a holiday tradition, for some as much a part of Christmas as candy canes and plum pudding. The kind of performance that really packs the house and brings back memories of a more gentle time.
What is this? How'd you guys get in here?
And to think all of this almost didn't happen. But before we get to that, listen closely. Recognize it? So many of us do. This is Jerry Granelli in his element. At 76, a living jazz legend who's played with so many of the greats.
Hello again.
American-born, rock and roll Hall of Famer, Buddhist, whose work has come to represent the very spirit of Christmas. That's because Jerry is the last surviving member of the Vince Guaraldi Trio, who back in 1965 wrote the soundtrack for the animated classic, A Charlie Brown Christmas.
CBS wasn't even going to run it the next year.
It almost didn't happen at all, in fact.
Yeah, CBS said no. You know, they said, look, that's not animation. That's not, you know, we don't want a little kid telling us what Christmas is. And it's jazz music, and you don't have jazz. 64, you don't have jazz music on television. But the proof of it is nobody messes with Coca-Cola. Because Coca-Cola said, we paid for the time and it's going on. And CBS said, well, we'll put it on because nobody will ever see it again.
And they certainly were wrong about that.
They were really wrong about that.
But it took Jerry decades to even be recognized as the drummer for this iconic Christmas music, and longer still to get his first royalty check. And even today, this almost didn't happen. Just last week, Jerry was in hospital, gravely ill with pneumonia. He canceled his cross-Canada tour, but begged the doctor to let him out for this show.
Even if you're in the hospital, I'll let you go for a couple hours and come back. You gotta love a guy like that, right? I'm on the mend. The Sunday's concert with Charlie Brown was really good medicine from being with all the people and playing music, you know.
Why was it good medicine?
It was important as medicine to go out on that stage and to play this. I'm 76, I'll be 77 in a couple of weeks. Wow, I'm old. But, you know, that's what I've been trained to do my whole life. I could be near death, and I have. This concert was about as near death as I have been.
Tell me about this. How does a Buddhist avant-garde drummer connect to the Charles Schulz version of Christmas?
Well, you know, Buddhism has the same principles as Christianity, except that it's not theistic. But Linus's speech is really important, you know.
Isn't there anyone who can tell me what Christmas is all about?
Charlie Brown, I can tell you what Christmas is all about. Lights, please.
His speech, or now it's whichever gender wants to do it, but it's very important.
Peace and goodwill toward men. That's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown.
You know? This is what it's about. It's about family, it's about love, it's about caring for each other.
Is that what the Charlie Brown Christmas does?
I think it does. I mean, I just would say unequivocally it does, because otherwise, why the hell would it be this big 50 years, 50-something, almost 60 years later? You know, I mean, it's sold out every time.
But this concert has taken a toll on Jerry. There is no encore today.
So from the bottom of my heart,
Thank you all for sharing this.
Hi.
Still, he musters the energy for this, his fans.
Thank you so much. This was a wonderful show.
They line up for him, clutching their albums, CDs, and books for an autograph or just a quick word with Jerry.
Justin, your biggest fan.
What is it about Jerry that people seem to love so much?
My first encounter with Jerry was at the Shambhala Center, where he did a creative movement workshop. And it's just, there's a certain magic and a certain joy that he sparks in people, a childlike ability. He brings something out of us that we didn't know was there, or that we thought we lost.
For me, it just reminds me of Christmas when I was growing up, watching it on one of the 3 channels. So,
Those were the days.
those are the days. Now we got too many channels, so that's about it.
That many people are still paying attention to this record, that it's every Christmas, families come and, you know, when I sign, you saw me at the concert signing records, and people are like, we're gonna play Christmas Eve. This is what we do when we open our presents. Or we have, you know, this is how Christmas starts for us.
That's got to be special.
It is,
For you.
it is, it is very, it's really sweet.
And to think for decades, Jerry wouldn't even play this music. All the more special now for a man who found the joy in it once again. Tom Murphy, CBC News, Halifax.